Live from Wantagh High School, it's time for Nassau County girls basketball. Tonight, a showdown between the Owls of Lynbrook and our host, the Wantagh Warriors, is on Varsity Media Sports Network for what should be an action. In front of their own crowd. Once again, we appreciate you and thank you for joining us on the Varsity Media Sports Network. With you this evening, I'm Kevin Bunk, and I'll be taking you through tonight's matchup between Lynbrook and Wantagh, which once again, two teams with winning records, two teams that have played each other tough in the past. This year, it was a 15-point win for Wantagh in their first game, but a really close one through three quarters. A strong fourth for the Warriors. Now they get the Owls at home and look to go 2-0 against one of their rivals this season. So it's going to be exciting. Both sides have a lot to offer. First, we'll take a look at the Lynbrook key players, the two girls you have to watch who can really impact this game and take it over. First is Jess Vudo, who is averaging 14 points a game. She's a junior guard who is really relied on to run this offense. And then Sophia Sarufo, another junior, and she's going to be the biggest player on the floor for Lynbrook, a double-double machine, averaging 8 and 10 this year, and a terrific rebounder. Coach Drum told me that he really relies on her to do all the dirty work for this team, a lot of offensive rebounding, and secure the defensive glass. On the other side, Wantagh's got key players to counter the Lynbrook attack. Kayla Mannix and Isabel Ferraro, absolute stars here for the Warriors, a junior and a sophomore. Mannix, a terrific soccer player. She's looking to play college sports, doesn't know where yet, but she's still figuring it out in her junior year. 16 and 8 are the averages. And then Ferraro, a sharpshooter, three-pointers made this year, 25 have been cashed in from beyond the arc. So that duo will be one to watch. So both teams are still warming up here. We have starters on deck in just a few minutes between these two teams, and they are huddled right now. So some of the matchups or storylines to watch in this game. Coach Drum, first year, but he was an assistant on the JV and varsity for 5 years. And then you have Coach Bujicic, who's a 33-year coach, class of 1976, assistant Mackenzie Maloney. And what these coaches told me about their keys to the game, what they need to see these two teams do in order to win. On the side of Coach Drum and Lynbrook, it's play strong defense, limit turnovers, and make your free throws. He emphasized that free throws and turnovers are opportunities and points that you cannot take for granted, and you cannot give the opportunities to Wantagh to make this tougher than it has to be if you're the Owls. And then on the other side for the Warriors, stay out of foul trouble, rebound, and make your easy shots. If they do those three things, they should be able to put away any team they play. This is a Wantagh team that went to the state semifinal a year ago. Kayla Mannix was one of the leaders of that squad, had a 22-point fourth quarter as a sophomore. Now as a junior, looking to continue this success that this program's had. And Coach Bujicic really emphasizes it and talks about certain players, who have just been here through 3, 4, 5 years and understand that they weren't in the greatest place when they started. Like Sabrina Azadurian, I'm so sorry. And she is a Stony Brook Lax commit. She's been on girls varsity basketball since she was a freshman. So Azadurian is one of those players who understands the grind that this program offers and what it's like playing here at Wantagh, trying to finish it out strong as a senior. And again, only 2 losses on the season. But Azadurian is one of the players to watch here today, too. I spoke to Coach about her, and he said she's one of those special athletes. She goes 100 miles an hour all the time, sets the tone in practice every day, and she goes so hard that sometimes we have to hold her back in practice sessions, which is an incredible mark on the player who, once again, will be studying and playing lacrosse at Stony Brook. As the PA announcer gets us ready for starters here at Wantagh High School.
First, the starting lineup for the visiting Owls of Lynbrook. Number 11, Jessie Wantagh.
There she is, Jessie Wantagh, one of our key players here.
Number 2,
she rounds out
Matera.
the starting 5 along with Maggie Matera.
Number
at guard, a senior. There's Sophia Sarufo, who will be playing big for this Lynbrook team. And there's Natalie Kehoe, another senior. 3 seniors in this starting 5. The last one, Mia Corley. And there's Dan Drum, who's coached all around and now finds himself the varsity coach here at Lynbrook. On the other side, Ella Perfetti starts the announcements of the starting 5 for the Wantagh Warriors. There's Isabel Ferraro. Comes out, a great shooter, gets to the free throw line a ton, one of the offensive weapons of this team. And there's Michaela McNeil, a senior forward for Coach Bujicic. There's Kayla Maddox, the engine that makes it run for Wantagh. And lastly, but certainly not least, Sabrina Azadurian, the senior guard who once again, Stony Brook commit for lacrosse. Been here for 4 years on this varsity team. We'll take a quick step out as we get the national anthem. And on the other side, it's going to be Nassau County girls basketball on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Keep Varsity Media's broadcasts free on YouTube by considering an advertising sponsorship. Our coverage of local games helps local businesses get visibility in the community. To learn more about our sponsorship packages and rates, email Ben at varsitymedia.net. Help keep Varsity Media's broadcasts free on YouTube by considering an advertising sponsorship. Our coverage of local games helps local businesses get visibility in the community. To learn more about our sponsorship packages and rates, email Ben at varsitymedia.net.
Back live here from Wantagh High School, where the Warriors and Owls are just about to get underway. We just had the starting 5 announced, as you saw, and the national anthem followed as Lynbrook has taken the floor here for Wantagh. You see Coach Bujicic, once again, year 33, the class of 1976 grad here at Wantagh, and he's been running this program, done a great job with it. Struggled his first year and had a few rough years in between, but he has turned this program around more times than you can count. The opening tip goes the way of the Owls, and we're off. Good pass cross court. Ends up in the corner. Step back 3. High arcing and knocked in. Lynbrook off to a hot start. That's Mia Corley. Just the opening possession Lynbrook wanted. Get your open shot, take it. Ferraro pulls up top of the key. He's going to miss just left. Here come the Owls the other way. So that opening bucket is being counted as a 2-pointer. 2-0 to score. Second possession for the Owls. It's a drive, corner kick. Give it back up to the elbow. It'll be a mid-range jumper, soft touch. It doesn't drop though, just falls out over the front of the rim. Quickly in transition the other way goes Wantagh, and now they'll try and slow some things down. Nope, they pull the 3 and knock it down, of course. Kayla Maddox got an inch of space and drains it. The Wantagh's first basket gives them a 3-2 lead over Lynbrook. With the ball is Jesse Vudo. Vudo drives, pulls up just inside the free throw line, won't go. Offensive rebound, now a second. They can't get it to go. A third try, finally. It's Mannix pulling it down for Wantagh. Mannix picks up her dribble and now gives it up for Azadurian, who gets tripped up, foul called. Right in front of our official. Azadurian to inbound. Pick play in the paint. Mannix ends up with it in the corner. She pulls up again. That one won't drop. Routine rebound for Lynbrook, and now they take it up the floor. Not facing any press. Both teams in half-court sets defensively to start. And with these two squads, it'll likely stay that way. Here's Lynbrook setting up their offense. 12 on the shot clock, trying to drive right. Trapped in the corner, kicked up top. 7 seconds on the shot clock, now 5. There's a drive, step back, bounce pass to the short corner. They got to get a shot up. They don't. Great defensive possession. Ends in a shot clock violation. By the time that Sarufo got the ball, there was only about a second and a half left on the shot clock. She had her back turned to the basket. That's what Wantagh forced you into. So it's the first turnover of the evening. There's a kick out, now a drive with the left going up. It got tipped, but a great job to fight for the rebound and keep it with her team. That's Isabel Ferraro. It's a kick low, extra pass outside, 3 ball, no good. Great ball movement. And it was Michaela McNeil getting the shot up. Lynbrook with it the other way. They haven't scored in over 2 minutes now since their opening possession. Inside, trying to break the drought. They can't, and now here comes Mannix the other way. Crosses, and now looking for the pass. Has it, baseline, a great cut and an easy lay. Michaela McNeil doing the work off the ball. Ends up with the bucket. And a great job by Mannix to set the whole thing up. We'll see how Lynbrook responds. This one nearly stolen away. It's Azadurian, a really tough defender on the ball up high. Almost poked that one away. Turnaround, mid-range from the corner, won't go. Offensive rebound ends up with Lynbrook, and it rolls out of bounds. Last touch by Wantagh. It's a heck of an effort by Natalie Kehoe to keep it with her team offensively. They get a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Nowhere to go. End up giving it inside on a great cut, but they couldn't finish the layup. Second chance points are cashed in. It's Sarufo with the board and bucket. Another backdoor cut. Popped up on the lay. Won't go. A great contest to recover. Now here comes Lynbrook, but you can see early Wantagh trying to capitalize on that backdoor cut and baseline runners. There's a lefty drive, a good tuck shot. Isn't going to drop. They come the other way. Good bounce pass inside. Tough layup. Finished in tight space. Isabella Ferraro gets it from Sabrina Azadurian. A great job on the 2-on-1. Matera had it up top, kicks it out. Now a turnover. Going the other way, Wantagh stopping, bounce pass, and it's a good job to just pull it out. Try and reset things. And Ferraro's going to lose the dribble. Lynbrook trying to go with the baseline cutter their own, but great defense by Michaela McNeil the whole way. Now she steals it away, but trips up over the ball. A tough break for McNeil, who just had a terrific defensive possession, gets up with a smile. There's a mid-range pull-up. That's wet. Unbelievable shot. Splashes right in. 1 point difference. And another turnover for Wantagh by accidentally dribbling it off the foot. Here's a corner kick. Now the drive. Skipped, but stolen by Mannix. She crosses right to left, pulls up from the free throw line. Hits back iron. There's a pull-up from the paint. That won't go, about an 8-footer. It was a good look for Mia Corley, who created it off the dribble. Here's Wantagh trying to slow things down, get back on track. Skip pass leads to an open three. High arcing, won't drop, with the offensive rebound, put back up and in. A great job by Ella Perfetti to clean up the miss. It was McNeil on the initial shot, did a great job getting open. Can Lynbrook respond now down 3? Good fight for the ball. It's going to be a jump. Great effort defensively by Isabel Ferraro. (9-6) the score. Ball gets tipped out on an entry pass. And now off the dribble, Ferraro creates. Gonna miss long. As we approach 60 seconds to play, it's transition basketball for Lynbrook. Drive, spin, and a travel. Took an extra step there, was looking for a pass and had to just put up a shot. It was Jessie Vodo. Taking it up slowly, trying to control this game is Sabrina Azadarian. Gives to Mannix. They run some action just off the ball. Mannix travels, took a step before dribbling. And that was a little bit of a miscommunication. You can see Coach Bujicic talking to his players about that set, what went wrong. Under a minute to go. Lynbrook looking to make this at least a 1-point game before we head out of this quarter. This pass gets tipped. Fight for it on the ground. Ferraro comes up with it. Kick to the corner, but losing her dribble and getting rid of it quickly. It ends up top with Ferraro again. Ferraro crosses over, gets to the elbow. And that's going to be a turnover. And you get Coach Drum saying one shot in this 9-6 game, 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Matera had it, gave it up, it swung back to her. Maggie Matera with 5 seconds. Turns it over, Mannix the other way, pulls up the three, no good, and that is how the first quarter will end. 9-6, the score, a 3-point difference. But a really good job by Wantagh on the offensive glass, cleaning it up and putting it in. Was Ella Perfetti with an exclamation bucket in that first quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with second quarter action right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
live on the Varsity Media Sports Network. I'm Kevin Bunk with you this evening. Second quarter action underway. It's a 3-point game, 9-6 the score after the first 8 minutes, so we get a fresh 8 here. And overall, 24 to go. This pass tipped away, but now back with Lynbrook. They move it with Vodo, and now it's turned over with Mannix. Mannix dribbling through a few bodies, but now she's going to slow it down at the logo and bounce pass it to Azadurian, the floor general here for the Warriors. This is going to be taken away. It was supposed to be a handoff and a great interception and layup at the other end. A really savvy defensive play by Ariana Lanzello, who just checked into this game. Here's a three-point try. That one rattles around and falls. It's Ella Perfetti. She flashes a big smile over to the bench who celebrate the three-point make. Lynbrook trying to respond after the made three. Here's some good handles, but now a turnover right into the hands of Perfetti. It'll end up being a jump ball. Wantagh possession. You can see Jessie Vodo gets into these modes where she is an unbelievable dribbler right there, though it just slips away after a couple nice moves. Swing to the far side. Here's the drive and a beautiful layup with great touch. Isabel Ferraro through traffic. 6-point lead for the Warriors. Good half-court press right now for Wantagh. Here's an open three-point look. Misses long. Rebound goes to Michaela McNeil, who will take it up on her own. Here's Mannix. Steps back, fires the three. Got it! Timeout called by Dan Drum. Not the start he wanted in the second quarter, as already in the first 2 minutes and 15 seconds, Wantagh has extended a 3-point lead to 9. A +6 start to the second quarter. Nice move through the legs. Step back. Mannix is cold from beyond the arc. Want to remind you right now, Varsity Media is your home for the 2026 Section 8 Championship. Go to varsitymediapass.com to order. Once again, that's varsitymediapass.com to order. Memories that'll last a lifetime, recordings that'll last a lifetime. Get them right here from the great team at Varsity Media. Nothing more important to us than these Nassau County playoffs. Really treat every game like it, but those ones just mean more here in Nassau. And they're always exciting, no matter the sport, no matter the teams. Here comes Lynbrook out of the timeout. See what Coach Drum dialed up. It was not that, as a miscommunication ends up in a turnover by Maggie Matera. And a big defensive possession here for Lynbrook, as they need to try to limit the Warriors and the damage they've already done in the second quarter. You don't want to let them extend this to double digits. Up top, Perfetti swings it to her left. Here's Mannix, catch and shoot three, is good. Too easy. Here comes Lynbrook. They need a bucket bad. Losing the dribble up top. Now it's swung over to Vodo. She drives, uses the pick and roll, but it's poked away by Mannix. Good job reading the play and getting in that passing lane. On the inbound, Marsiglia. She gets it, kicks up top. And now it'll be slowed down, but 3 on the shot clock. Got to get a shot up. And that's it. So for Lynbrook right now, just disoriented as Jesse Vudo did not expect the shot clock to be that low off the inbound. There's a bounce pass inside. Mannix takes it, and it's going to be a foul on the floor. Mannix having a huge second quarter here. Knocked down the 2 big threes. Mannix tries another. That one, high bounce off the back iron. Offensive rebound, though, and they couldn't contain it. Lynbrook has it back. They slow it down. They really need a basket. Approaching 4 minutes to play in this second quarter. There's a shot from just on the line. Offensive rebound, lefty layup, gets it to go. A great job following up that play. Jesse Vudo gets her team a much-needed basket. Cuts the deficit to 10 now. There's Mannix. Hands it off. Top of the key jumper got tipped and ended up going wide left. See if Lynbrook can string together consecutive buckets with the stop in between. They do. A 2-point jumper from deep is drained by Mia Corley, who hit the opening shot of the game, and now it's an 8-point difference. There's another turnover from Wantagh. Can Lynbrook capitalize again? Bodo crosses right to left, away from the screen, turns it over though. Another steal from Michaela McNeil. Here she is, gives up top. It's Perfetti, goes back to McNeil, and now another 3-point try off the dribble for Mannix. Doesn't go. Perfetti fighting for the offensive board. It'll be another held ball, and it'll go the way of the Owls. It's an 8-point game right now. Here's Voto on the drive, kept her dribble, fell to her knees. Here's a mid-range jumper, high arcing, falls short. And now Mannix out in transition, sets up a 3-on-1. Loses her dribble though, and it's turned over. A chance for Lynbrook, but Mannix nearly takes it away. It's a jump. Mannix to inbound. Swung around, Ferraro ends up with it, gives down to the block. Mannix fades away, not gonna drop. Really good try. Two minutes exactly on the clock in this fast-moving second quarter. Step back jumper. Won't go, almost identical to the opening shot of the game. That was drained by Corley. This time it just misses right. Here's Mannix with it. Great skip pass to the corner. Ferraro pumped, drives, fouled on the floor. Ferraro gets the inbound, steps back, now drives. Nice move to the right side. Does it again through a few bodies. Back to a double-digit lead. Lynbrook with 1:15 to go. Good look inside, they can't get it. Another try off the offensive rebound, hits the side of the backboard, ricochets out. It's out on the Owls. Ella Perfetti will check back in. Mannix will head to the bench for the first time into the game for Wantagh as well. On the last sub was Cameron Mitchell. .55 seconds to go. The drive, kick, tipped away. Lynbrook has it. It's 5-on-5 the other way. Crossing right to left, now spinning. Thought about a shot, put it up. They say it's on the floor. It's a foul on Michaela McNeil. Jessie Vodo doing all she can. .30 seconds on the shot clock, 44 seconds on the game clock. Inbound, swung up to the top for Corley. It's the bounce, three-point shot. Misses left, offensive rebound, up and in. Great job on the offensive glass. That was Ashley Franklin. 3 seconds separate shot and game clock. Ferraro puts up a three and puts it in, a contested shot. 15 seconds on the game clock here. Shot clock turned off. 11 points, the difference here at Wantagh High School. Bodo with 5. Driving, looked for the handoff, didn't have it. Steps back, fires the three, misses long. Wantagh gets the rebound, heaves it down, obviously falls short. And with an 11-point lead, the Warriors will head into the halftime locker room here at home feeling pretty good, while on the other side, the Owls will have to search for some answers on how to try and take out this Warriors team for the first time this year after losing. It was an unbelievable second quarter for the Warriors offense. And you see the step back three from Mannix, another catch and shoot three. She was unconscious, and Ferraro with some great drives through contact on the right side, buried. All huge buckets for the Warriors on their way to an 11-point halftime lead. Don't go anywhere. Second half action coming up on the other side here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching Varsity Media, New York's high school sports network.
You've seen the dedication, the long hours, the early mornings, the sacrifice. You know your athlete has what it takes, but how do you make sure the right people see it? The recruiting process isn't easy. Coaches are flooded with highlights, but how do you stand out in the crowd? At Varsity Media, we specialize in creating game-changing ISO videos, high-definition, athlete-focused footage that highlights exactly what college recruiters want to see. With our up-close ISO video, we capture your athlete's key moments. No more wide angles showing other players. This is just your athlete's pure, raw talent. This is more than a video. This is the opportunity your athlete deserves. Give your athlete the edge they need. Make the right impression with Varsity Media's ISO video service. The future starts now. Now is a great time to book a sportscast with Varsity Media. What sets our sportscasts apart isn't just the quality of our production, it's the knowledge, passion, and professionalism that our announcers bring to every game.
And here he comes again, off the backboard! Are you serious?
Daly tries another three, that one's good. One from the left corner, now from the right. Daly's on fire with 10 points in the opening quarter.
The loose ball, Keyshawn White has it. He's just going to let it fly. Oh! Keyshawn White from half court. That is cash. What a way to end the third quarter.
Our commentators research athletes and highlight storylines that matter to your communities. Our approach creates a broadcast experience that not only informs, but elevates the athletes, giving the kind of recognition usually reserved for professional levels. Varsity Media's announcers make sure that every athlete has their moment. So book a Varsity Media Sportscast today, and let's get your team the recognition it deserves.
latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media at Varsity Media. Hey parents, coaches, and players. Ever wonder what makes Varsity Media stand out as the tri-state leader in sports live streaming and videography?
If you're looking to optimize your sporting event, look no further than Varsity Media's coverage. Since working with them over the course of the past 4 years through the Elite 5 New York City Football Showcase, their coverage has helped take us to the top.
Varsity Media does an unbelievable job in terms of the broadcast, backgrounds on kids, do a great job in exposure from top to bottom. I couldn't really say anything negative. It's been a great couple of years that we've been working together, and it's just fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you, the fact that you guys are here has helped grow it, really. I mean, Varsity Media has been a good partner with us now for the last couple of years. That brings this game to a much broader audience.
The level of detail and that you go to, I mean, obviously the announcers, the camera angles, the slow motions, I mean, you feel like it's being covered by, ESPN.
If you'd like to book with Varsity Media, reach out at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Now is a great time to book a sportscast with Varsity Media. What sets our sportscast apart isn't just the quality of our production, it's the knowledge, passion, and professionalism that our announcers bring to every game.
It's Merrill. Oh, look at a fake by Merrill. There's the spin again. Gary Merrill is not human. Touchdown, St. Anthony. Profeta! 1-0, Garden City.
Our commentators research athletes and highlight storylines that matter to your communities. Our approach creates a broadcast experience that not only informs, but elevates the athletes, giving the kind of recognition usually reserved for professional levels. Varsity Media's announcers make sure that every athlete has their moment. So book a Varsity Media Sportscast today, and let's get your team the recognition it deserves.
For all the latest Varsity Media updates, including our game schedules, be sure to follow us on social media at Varsity Media, the home for New York high school sports.
Merrill, he's got room to go. Merrill towards the end zone. Lost his lid. Touchdown!
JJ Damo, face on, stay on athlete. Controlling the face-off. That's 3 in a row now.
Keep Varsity Media's broadcasts free on YouTube by considering an advertising sponsorship. Our coverage of local games helps local businesses get visibility in the community. To learn more about our sponsorship packages and rates, email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Back live from Wantagh High School here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. I'm Kevin Bunk and our entire team. Thanks you for joining us this evening. It was a eventful first half for the Warriors, especially in that second quarter. The first quarter ended, it was a 9-6 game. Now 25-14 the score. We're just a moment away from getting back into it. But I want to take a look quickly at our upcoming sportscasts here on Varsity Media. February 5th at 4 p.m., St. Raymond's versus Cardinal Hayes, and Holy Cross versus St. Francis Prep on the 6th at 7:30. Two terrific basketball games on youtube.com/varsity media. It's youtube.com/varsity media, and right away, a backcourt violation for Lynbrook. 4 seconds into the half will give the Warriors their first possession. A lot of marginal issues today for Lynbrook. There's a great drive and hop step, but it got blocked. The Owls come the other way. They really need a big third quarter. That's going to be a turnover. Mannix the other way. All alone, lays it up and in. No contest. Mannix had a huge second quarter, 2 big-time threes, one off the catch and shoot, another one a step back, creating off the dribble. Here's Lynbrook with numbers. Corner 3 is up and in. That's a big basket for the Owls. Sophia Cerufo, they needed that. She had a cold first half, one of the better players in Nassau County, looking to make a big impact in the second. Ferraro gives it up to Mannix. 13 on the shot clock. Mannix dribbles around, skip pass to the right side. Here's a mid-range jumper, won't go. Mannix rebound, puts it up off the front rim. Owls have the rebound. On the missed shot initially there was Ella Perfetti, who had a sensational first half. Coach told me that she's one of those players that really set the tone in practice, a leader, very smart basketball player, and willing to play up or down to any size of the opponent, play any position, and do it effectively. Definitely one of the most valuable players for this great Wantagh team. Here's a dangerous pass off the inbound, complete, and now out for the long 2. That one is drilled. Again, it's Mia Corley, who's been automatic just inside the arc on those deep 2s. Now a 9-point game. Here's a drive. Perfetti gets it off the bounce. It's swung around. Ends up here with Azadurian, who drives. She was under the basket, had nowhere to go. Put it up, hit the bottom of the backboard. It'll give possession to Lynbrook. With intention the other way, Jesse Voto. Still a 9-point game. Voto's going to step up, fire a 3. Won't go. Offensive rebound up. Not in. Another try. Gets the bounce. A great second chance bucket for Sophia Cerufo, who now has 5 points in this third quarter. We're back to a 7-point difference. Dribbling into traffic. Ends up in a jump ball, and a lot of momentum right now with Lynbrook. Even though they don't get that possession, it could come back and help them out later on. Mannix gets it off the inbound, puts it up. Great defense. Shot won't go. Rebound ends up with Cerufo, and now the other way. Here comes Kehoe. Kicks corner for Corley. Corley gives it up. Voto, the shot, misses over the rim. Mannix corralled it. Now she looks to take it back up the floor. She does. Pulls up the 3. That's cash. Straight on. 10-point game. Mannix has one of those really simple shots. Nice, compact. You can tell she works on it. Here's a steal and a layup the other way. It'll be a foul. with the takeaway, and now heading to the free throw line is Sabrina Azadurian. And you see the contact there on the inside shoulder. Checking out of the game is Maggie Matera after committing the foul. The first free throw is good. So Azadurian makes it an 11-point game. This is going much better through the first 3 quarters than the first matchup did for Wantagh, as it was really close through the first 3. Second free throw takes a high bounce and then drops out. Coach Bujicic was telling me that they want to try and command all 4 quarters better than they did last time. Here's a deep 2. That one is short. Rebound rolls. 50-50 ball will end up with Lynbrook. They'll reset things. Vodo drives, puts one up too high off the glass. Vodo continues with the press, but it ends up past half court with Ferraro. She goes up, lays it up, and in, and one. Shows a little flex after. It is tough to find a player in Nassau County or the entire island who can finish through contact with Isabel Ferraro. A free throw won't go, hits every part of the rim before falling. Down 13. See what the Owls have for us. Corley in the corner. Vodo tries a shot. That misses long. Here's Mannix up top. Mannix tries for the backdoor look, but it's intercepted. And now the other way for Lynbrook. And a foul. It was Kehoe on the dribble. Actually, it's out of bounds. So the whistles, because of the rollout, not contact. It was Kehoe trying to take it across the timeline. Lost it. Game stands still at 13, 3:23 to play. Mannix goes through her legs before giving it up. Now it's up top for McNeil. She drives right. McNeil goes up and gets denied. Mannix the rebound. Extra pass. Perfetti gives one more, but they'll have to slow it down off of that as Azadurian now drives, floats it up, and just misses. Rattles in and out. First free throw is good for Azadurian. Again, this is a Stony Brook lacrosse commit. Phenomenal player here at Wantagh. 4-year varsity athlete here in basketball. Knocks down the second free throw, extends the lead to 15, longest of the evening for Wantagh. Vodo looking to cut back into this. Gives the dribble handoff, and now an extra bounce pass to the far side. It ultimately ends up with Corley up top. She gets rid of it. Now back in the hands of Vodo. Gives inside for Corley, who steps up, puts it just short. And Lynbrook can't buy a bucket. Ferraro drives, thought about it, gets it ripped away. Vodo goes up and in. Big transition basket off the steal. Mannix gives the backdoor cut to McNeil. She pops it up off the back iron. It drops out. A great play. Probably missed that bucket by an inch. Ball gets kicked around. It's on the floor now. Another jump. This time it stays with Lynbrook. Quick one to the corner for Vodo. Gets it poked away. Here's a three-point try. Up and in! The bank shot is drilled by Ariana Lanzello. Mannix the other way, responds. A killer from beyond the arc. 10-point lead once again. 13-point lead, excuse me. Photo. Can Lynbrook answer with another make? Got a foul at the logo there. Not many fouls called in the first half. It's picked up here in the third quarter. Both of these teams well on track to beat their game totals offensively. Lynbrook ended at 25 the first time these two teams played. It was 40 points for Wantagh. Here's a good drive. Bounce pass is in. On the finish off the assist from Vodo was Natalie Kehoe. McNeil gives up top for Ferraro. She drives left, has a lane, puts it up and in with the right. Once she gets downhill, it's going to end up in the cup. 13-point lead again, under a minute to play. Step back three, takes a high bounce. Maddox climbs the ladder for the rebound. Now tries to push it up the far sideline and does with numbers. Goes bounce pass, Ferraro up and in. These two are fun to watch on offense. 15 points now the difference as Coach Dan Drum fires off his first time out of the second half here late in the third quarter. Once again, 33.8 as you see that replay of that great basket. High basketball IQ from both girls. Ferraro being in the right position at the right time, and Maddox patiently waiting for the pass. This is your reminder to book a Varsity Media Sportscast. Keep your fans, family, and alumni connected through Varsity Media. Any team can order. Everybody's included here at Varsity Media. All you have to do, if you want to book a sportscast, and promise me you won't regret it, dial 516-403-2050. That's 516-403-2050. Or go to ben@varsitymedia.net. That's ben@varsitymedia.net. You can email them to book your sportscast. And our team puts in as much work as possible to make your broadcast not only worth your time, but worth your money. And it lasts for great memories for these student athletes. Take a look at the standings here, where Wantagh currently sits in second. They're a win behind Floral Park. And then you have Lynbrook in fourth at 5-4. A loss today, they'll fall to 500 in league play, and 4 games under overall as they went 7-11, including non-league games. There's a big shot, just misses long, but an offensive board inside for Vodo. She spins on the block, couldn't put it in. She's having trouble around the basket. It's great defense. Ferraro trying to go coast to coast, had it poked away, but a foul called with 6.8 to go. Ferraro really trying to attack that left side of the basket. She's done so successfully to this point. They call it on the floor. It's an inbound. He was still a step or two away from getting down for the layup. Ferraro off the catch, 4 seconds to go. Spins, looking baseline, gets denied. It drops out, 1 second left, so you're going to have to get the quick catch and shoot. You'd imagine they try to run a play to that near side corner for the three, unless you're going to try to go down to the block. Maddox not in the game. There's your sharpshooter. They run it to the block, but pass gets tipped away. 0.1 to go. It stays with Wantagh, but not enough time to get a shot off. In a 15-point game, 42-27, the Warriors lead. Inbound, McNeil kicks corner, and yeah, you're not going to get a shot off with 0.1, but it's a great third for the Warriors as they extend their lead to the most it's been via Kayla Maddox and Isabel Ferraro. They're having huge middle frames in the second and third. They'll enter the final frame with a 15-point lead. Once again, 42-27 your score. The final 8 minutes on the other side, right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Back live, fourth quarter action is coming up as both teams head out to take the floor. Once again, for myself, Kevin Bunk, our entire team here at Varsity Media, we thank you for joining us this evening for what's been a fun game. For Lynbrook, they trail by 15 heading into the fourth. They've done a lot of things well, but the margins have just been where Wantagh has dominated. Winning the turnover battle, field goal percentage has been better. Ferraro turns it over, though, here early. On the other side, a foul called, going up for the layup. So it'll be 2 free throws for Sophia Sarufo. These are big shots to start this fourth quarter, 13 seconds in. Sarufo's first one drops in. She's got a nice soft touch. She lines up for her second. It's going to miss right. It's tipped around. Lynbrook trying to save it for the offensive rebound, but they couldn't. It'll end up back with the Warriors. It's a good entry pass inside, lefty layup. It'll be a foul called. Sabrina Azadurian went up with it. Good entry pass. And contact right under the rim. It'll be 2 shots for the senior. Misses short on the first one. Azadurian hits the second, which puts us back to a 15-point difference. There's a deep three, cashed in. With no hesitation, Lanzello knocks down another 3-point shot. The sophomore has been a big part of Lynbrook's offense this year. Here's a 3 off of the ball bouncing around. It rolled right out to Ferraro. She tried it, didn't have it. Mannix got the offensive rebound, kicks it back up top for McNeil. Good try going baseline, but it's picked. So the turnover, can Lynbrook turn this into something and maybe bring this back to a 10-point game? We got a foul on the floor. This is the window of time, these next 90 seconds for Lynbrook to decide, are they going to get back into this game and give it a win? Because they've never really been knocked out of it. They've stayed just enough. Here's a 3. It would be a big make, and it goes in and out. Rebound is touched by a few players before finally being controlled by Ferraro, who drives the other way, puts it up through the contact. They call it on the ground. To the block for McNeil. She kicks it out for Ferraro, who immediately loses the dribble but gets it back up for Perfetti to McNeil. Fakes the pass. Now trapped in the corner. It's tipped away. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Starters out there for the Warriors. McNeil with it. Gets a defender in the air, drives, and gets fouled again. So McNeil will go to the free throw line. That first shot is knocked down. Second shot is up, misses right. Rebound for the Owls. We'll take it the other way. Coast to coast, layup goes up and won't fall from about 6 feet out. Now it's bounced back in. The turnaround off the glass. Really nice footwork by Sophia Sarufo. Back to an 11-point difference. The press is on now. Mannix trying to break it on her own. She does as she crosses half court. This one poked away, but Azadurian is there. So for Azadarian, it was poked out of bounds. She had it. She calls out a play now. It stays Wantagh, but it's turned over right away. Intended for Mannix. We skip it up the floor here. Corley. The skip pass. The drive. Kicked out again. 15 seconds. Corley tries the corner three. It drops short. Wantagh rebound and a foul. 98 feet from the basket. That foul goes against Ashley Franklin. Full court press once again on for Lynbrook. You'd imagine they keep it this way the rest of the game. Azadurian wins up the sideline here, creates a 3-on-2. Corner kick, Ferraro tries the three. It'll miss long, but she's fouled. For Isabel Ferraro, it'll be 3 free throws. Go back-to-back fouls there for Ashley Franklin. First free throw drops. Franklin just trying to play good defense. She barely touched Ferraro, but enough to get the foul called. And when the urgency is up late in these games, in these fourth quarters, you can never blame a player such as Ashley Franklin, who is getting fouls called for playing hard. Two for three on the trip to the line for Ferraro. Five minutes to go. 13-point lead. Lynbrook needs a bucket here. This shot chucked up. Now bounces out. Mannix the other way. She's just going to take it on her own. Tries the reverse, gets blocked. There's a deep two. It's good. Great job by Sarufo. It's an 11-point game. Good pass to break the press. Bounce back in. Azadarian lays it up. It can't fall. Almost did. Nice job in transition, but now here comes Lynbrook the other way, trying to capitalize. The drive, up and in. 9-point game again. As Vodo takes the contact, now takes it away, but steps out. Timeout called by Stan Bujicic. And it was right in front of us there. It looked like a close play, but it was out of bounds. Great call by the official. Take a look at our upcoming sportscast. You got St. Ray's basketball versus Cardinal Hayes, February 5th at 4 o'clock. That's Thursday. And then on Friday at 7:30, Holy Cross versus St. Francis Prep. Two must-see games, both available on youtube.com/varsity media. I also want to remind you right now that Varsity Media is your home for the 2026 Section 8 Championship. Go to varsitymediapass.com to order. That's really going to be the case for most of these Nassau County playoffs. You can find it here on Varsity Media. It's going to be available through the Varsity Media Pass. So again, go to varsitymediapass.com to order these games. And it's possible we see these teams playing. Wantagh, if they hold on to this, will move to 8-1. So they have a great chance at playing in the county championship. Lynbrook, though, can do it also. They're sitting 5th in the standings right now, but they are not in a position where their path to the championship doesn't exist. they could definitely get there too. So these two teams still got 4-12 to battle it out here in a 3-possession game now. It's 46-37. This is a big possession for Wantagh to try and get back to a double-digit lead. Here's the drive, kick out. Perfetti goes one more to the corner. McNeil's three, no good. Rebound now bounces around. It's back with Wantagh. And now stolen away again. Vodo driving, takes it in, loses it. It's tipped away. Last touched by the Warriors with 3:51 to go. This feels like a must-score possession for the Owls as we're under 4 minutes in a 3-possession game. So Rufo swings through. Here's a three-point try, misses short and out of bounds. A great try off the catch and shoot from the sophomore Lanzello, who's been great all season, great tonight. This one almost stolen away. And now it ends up out of bounds. Last touched by Lynbrook, but you can see this press by the Owls is really having an effect. Good inbound to Azadarian. It swung around, but poked away. Can they get it up the floor? No, a foul. Sarufo took it, and she was trying to collect it so she could throw it up the floor where Jesse Vodo was open, but the foul prevents it, so it's a good foul for the Warriors. Probably saves 2 easy points. Here's Vodo with it. Tries a three, rolls around and out. Jump ball off the rebound. Stays with the Owls. Vodo will be the inbounder. Gives to Sarufo. Mannix poked it away. Sarufo bounces it up to Corley. Who kicks to the corner. Now a baseline drive. Up and in with the layup. We're at a 7-point difference, folks. This is a close game here at Wantagh High School. Azadarian the drive. You can tell Wantagh is feeling it a little bit. The urgency's starting to get up on this press break. Ferraro gives it up. Mannix trying to use the screen to Azadarian. Drives, loses it. It's going to be a foul call to push. It'll be free throws, as that's 5 fouls on Lynbrook. First one is up, no good. Whether or not this shot is made here, you have a 3-possession game. It's either 7 points or 8. It falls, though, so it makes the path a little harder to get to that 3rd possession. Corner kick. Baseline drive, entry pass for Corley. The layup's good. Great setup by Lanzello. We have a 6-point game now. The press is on and effective. It's stolen away and a timeout fired off by Dan Drum. Six-point game, and you can see Lynbrook coming back on the road here, putting up a huge fight. This is the 4th quarter fight you did not see in the first matchup between these two teams. It was a great 2nd and 3rd quarter. But in the 4th quarter, Lynbrook could not stay with the Warriors at their place. Now here in Wantagh, they're doing a great job in the 4th. What's most important here, and I'm sure Coach Drum is preaching as one of his pregame keys to the game, do not turn the ball over. It hurt him in the 1st quarter, hurt him in the 2nd, but here in the 4th and at the end of the 3rd, they've gotten themselves within striking distance because they have not been turning the ball over and they've been forcing it on the other end with their full court press. 2:22 on the clock here in the final quarter of play. See how Wantagh approaches this defensively. Easy inbound for Lynbrook. With it, Jesse Vodo. Swings it to the near side. And now, bounce pass back up. Step back three. Got it! What a shot by Sophia Sarufo to make it a 3-point game. 2-on-1 the other way, but Wantagh will slow things down. Ferraro drives, blocked. The Lynbrook crowd is loud here in Wantagh. Vodo tries the tie off the back iron. Rebound Ferraro and a foul called on Corley. And that's a tough one because that puts Wantagh to the free throw line. Corley just trying for an offensive rebound. Gets tied up with Ferraro, and it may lead to points. Not what Corley intended at all. Sometimes that's just how it happens. Big shots for Ferraro here. First one, rims out. Hits the second, and that is a big-time shot. Here comes Lynbrook the other way, down by 4. They really need one here. They're only guaranteed 2 more possessions. And we get a foul called. Still not in the bonus yet. Foul was called on Sabrina Azadarian. They inbound it to half court. Here's Sarufo with it. She's having a great second half. Sarufo. Now a corner 3. Long rebound. Ends up out of bounds. Last touch by Corley. Full court press is still on for the Owls. Minute 16 to go. Azadarian has it. Great bounce pass to split the double team. Here's Mannix. She pulls up. It's not good. And you can see Coach Vujicic saying, why'd we shoot that so early? That's a foul on the ground, they say, but it's foul number 5. So it'll be free throws for Sarufo. She has to at least knock down one of these to get it back to a 1-possession game. It's the first, and that's the real big one. Now you have a chance to get it to 2 points. They haven't been within 2 points since the first quarter. Sarufo's second shot, nothing but net. 2-point game. They keep the press on. Inbound for Ferraro. It's important that they don't foul while in the bonus. Ferraro broke the press, took a lot of contact. Now for Wantagh, they get it back to Isabel Ferraro up top. She crosses over, and a foul is called. I don't think Coach Jerome agreed with that. Immediately let out a sigh. A lot of fouls in this second half, whereas in the first half, we didn't have any free throws. Ferraro hits the first, back to a 3-point game with 45 seconds to go. Big second one to try and get it back to a 2-possession game. She gets it. Timeout, Coach Drum. Lynbrook will talk things over with 45 seconds to play. Those were big free throws from Isabel Ferraro. We'll step out for a moment. Don't go anywhere. The final 45 seconds of this action-packed matchup between Lynbrook and Wantagh are coming up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
keep Varsity Media's broadcasts free on YouTube by considering an advertising sponsorship. Our coverage of local games helps local businesses get visibility in the community. To learn more about our sponsorship packages and rates, email Ben at varsitymedia.net.
Back live from Wantagh High School as it's a 4-point game with 45.4. Coach Dan Drum just called the timeout. And what's important for Lynbrook here is score as fast as possible. If you score within the next 10 seconds or so, you're going to be guaranteed another possession with sufficient time to try and draw something up. They still have 2 timeouts left. But if you don't score within the next 15 seconds, or really the next 11 or 12 seconds, it's going to be tough to find another possession to try and create a basket. It's a 5-second violation. And that is exactly what could not have happened for the Owls. Following up, that will be a timeout from Coach Stan Bujicic. Again, in a 4-point game, but now Wantagh gets the ball, and you have to imagine Lynbrook is going to be in the business of fouling early in this possession. You'd imagine Coach Drum is telling them, if you can't steal it in the backcourt, once they get to the front court, you have to foul. It's been a great fourth quarter comeback for Lynbrook, who once trailed 15 points in the second half. They've done an unbelievable job battling back. There are the Owls. Coach Drum, this would be a huge win if they can find a way down 4. They don't have possession now. Inbound for Wantagh, goes clean for Mannix. She dribbles it out. Now they have to foul. They do. That'll send Kayla Mannix to the free throw line. Mannix, first free throw, in and out. So again, no matter what, after this trip, it'll be a 2-possession game, but missing that first one gives a lot of life to Lynbrook. Second shot also misses, long rebound, ends up with the Owls. They're pushing, bounce pass, layup, good. 2-point game. Timeout called. It's a 30-second from Stan Bujicic of Wantagh. He wants to talk things over again, and it's going to be the same scenario for Coach Drum. Full court press, try to get a steal. If you don't, it's a foul. Great transition basketball for the Owls. A terrific finish for Ashley Franklin, who's had some real moments in this game that have impacted them getting here. I want to remind you that your Nassau County playoffs are going to be right here on Varsity Media. We're the home of the Section 8 championship here in 2026. You go to varsitymediapass.com to order. And once again, that's varsitymediapass.com to order the 2026 Section 8 championship. Skip pass. Now almost turned over, and it is. Lynbrook had it for a moment. It still rolls around, and Coach Drum calls a timeout. Unbelievable work by the Owls defensively to get the steal. The inbound initially went to Ella Perfetti. She swung it to Mannix. The pass was bobbled. It was a tough one to grab. And now Lynbrook in a full timeout gets to talk things over. 27.2 seconds in a 2-point game. We'll be right back on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is 75,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
27.2 seconds on the clock in what has been a thrilling evening from Wantagh High School. Lynbrook was once down by 15, and they came all the way back to now trailing 50 to 48. They're going to get the ball after the steal. The last time they tried to inbound down one possession was about 15 seconds ago. They got a 5-second violation. But they still have an opportunity here. With close to 30 seconds, the shot clock's turned off. They have an opportunity here to win this basketball game where they trailed multiple times by 15, including late in this second half. The inbound gets tipped back. Unbelievable. It's a backcourt violation. Another timeout will be called by Coach Stan Bujicic, and it's just another brutal break for this young Lynbrook team. Well, that was a close one. It was tough to tell if the ball ever officially crossed the timeline there, but her feet absolutely did. Either way, it's just another small margin mistake that Lynbrook is going to have to live with. Now they only have one timeout left. That most recent timeout that we're in right now was called by Wantagh. Coach Bujicic told me earlier in the week that facing off with Lynbrook, he thought that they were going to be a pretty good matchup for him. Didn't think the game would be easy the first time through. Thought they were going to be a pretty good matchup, and he came away really impressed with their group of players. And he knew this game was going to end up going down to the wire. And here it is. Huge inbound for Wantagh. They've had their issues getting the ball in, but they do to Mannix here. They immediately try to foul, but no whistle. 18 seconds left, they got a foul. They don't. They go to Mannix low. She lays it up and in to make it a 4-point difference. Another calamity for the Owls. Final timeout taken by Coach Drum. So you have a couple different options you can go for here. One of them is the three-pointer, try to sell the foul. The other one's just the quick two, get the steal, or the foul on the other side, and hope to get a third possession in this whole sequence, down by one possession. Normally, at the high school level, or at any level, but specifically in high school, the three-point attempt for the 4-point play doesn't work ever. Referees don't like to call that unless it's a blatant foul at the end of the game. So you really want to just go for quickest basket possible. 2 or a 3 doesn't make a huge difference. You still need to get the ball back somehow on the other side. And you see Coach Bujicic talking it over with his team in this Lynbrook timeout. Now, again, the Owls have no timeouts remaining. They'll inbound it up in the front court. The three-point try, they stepped out of bounds before it. Another timeout taken by Coach Bujicic. He's got to make sure that he can lock this one down. in a 4-point game with 10 seconds to go. Take a quick break. We'll step out for a moment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age.
Our follower base across social media is 75,000 strong,
and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Back live from Wantagh High School for the final 10 seconds of this thriller between the Warriors and Owls. Looking for the inbound. They get it to Maddox. She immediately gets rid of it. They try to skip it. It ends up out of bounds. 5 seconds to go. Great job playing keep away by Wantagh. And it'll be an immediate foul. Heading to the free throw line will be Ella Perfetti. 4.6 seconds to go. This game likely over. The only real scenario with no timeouts for Coach Drum and Lynbrook is a miss and a 3-point heave with a foul call. Perfetti misses the first free throw, so it keeps that in the equation. Second free throw, high bounce, doesn't fall, but Maddox gets the rebound, just throws it back up. And a foul called with 0.5 seconds to go. So it'll be 2 free throws, but with 0.5, it's going to be too tough to get anything off afterwards. But the play here for Coach Drum and Lynbrook, if you want to talk about what they should be doing, is if you make the first, you miss the second, try for the quick tip out, 3-point heave. 0.5 seconds doesn't really allow for that. At the line, Corley hits the first. Or maybe the better play is try and steal it for a layup with 0.5 to go. Ball was inbounded, no one touched it, but it ends the game. So a rolling inbound in, a weird finish to a great game. Wantagh is going to win at 52-50. So the game finishes in odd fashion. But the Warriors come out on top at home and sweep the Lynbrook Owls this season. In their 2 matchups, Wantagh moves now to 8-1 in league play, 14-2 overall, while Lynbrook will slide down one more, and they move to 500 in league play. Came in today 5-4. So we'll take a quick step out. On the other side, an interview with Kayla Maddox, our player of the game here from Wantagh. We'll be right back on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Here on the Varsity Media Sports Network with our player of the game, Kayla Maddox. Kayla, walk me through that final 2 minutes there where it gets a little close, but you guys end up coming out with the win.
It was really intense, and we just needed to play basketball together and play really good defense. Our defense was great until the end, but we came up with it, and we it was really intense, and it felt like they just came back out of nowhere, and thank God we got away with it.
Talk to me about the work you put in personally. I can tell by the way you shoot the ball, the way you handle the ball, play defense, that you put in a lot of work off the court. What's it like for you to be able to put your game together this year and really show people what you can do?
It feels really great playing all summer, playing with a group of girls all summer. It's awesome to come back and play with your school team and show everyone how much work you put in.
Last year you had the great run in New York State. This year you guys have a chance to do a similar thing. Got a really good team here, only one loss in the league. Rest of the season, what would be the one thing that you think the Wantagh Warriors can get better at to become even more dominant?
I'll say probably a little bit better offense. I think our defense is awesome, but our offense definitely needs to be worked on, me included. Everyone just needs to play together and run our plays, and we'll be great.
Kayla, thanks so much. Great game today. Congrats on the win. Go enjoy it.
Thank you so much.
Once again, that was Kayla Mannix, our player of the game here, joining us on the Varsity Media Sports Network. After a real thriller here at Wantagh High School, she really is an unbelievable talent, though. You don't see too many players able to work beyond the arc and really all around the floor like Mannix at any level, let alone here at high school in Nassau County. But that's going to wrap it up for us today. A great game once again, 52-50, the final score here between the Wantagh Warriors and the Lynbrook Owls at beautiful Wantagh High School. Thank our entire team here at Varsity Media, our executive producer, Ben Turchin, technical director, Jacob Semkin did a great job tonight. Our camera operators, Peyton Brophy, Becca Kazaks, and not Kevin Catalanato. For myself, Kevin Bunk, I thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time on the Varsity Media Sports Network.